time. It's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn up this function, like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane, and you won't be food for my luncheon. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the straps for days for learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arm that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people. Grabbing my Glock and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be, so those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south, till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out. Let's go and educate on the backside. Folk that I act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my brother. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. What you got in that bag? Quiet water.
What is going on, everybody, man? Welcome to the Nashville Caveman podcast. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleashed. Happy to have you guys here. And sitting next to me is a really good friend of mine that is like a brother. I'm going to roll out the red carpet for him, and the floor is now yours.
Well, everybody, it's Tuesday, right? It's just the best day of the week. This is the Nashville Caveman podcast. Welcome, everybody. Thanks, everybody who likes, subscribe, share, comment. Thank y'all for doing this. Y'all, so this weekend, not much going on. If you're going to be in Brookport, Illinois, ICW, Inhumane Championship Wrestling will be there. So if you're going to be there, shouts out to everybody who went to Illinois for RCW. Shouts out to everybody who went to Arkansas for ICW down there. But so this Saturday, Brookport, Illinois, Inhumane Championship Wrestling. If you're around that area, you should go be there. I'm still on the path of trying to get the radio show back. I'm trying my best to find computers that are just not outrageous. So still be on the lookout for that. Artists, I still have your music. And don't forget, if you want me to play your music, send it to sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com. So we're good to go there. How you doing, Mr. Demo?
Man, pretty good, man. Congratulations to all the parents, because these big kids back in school.
Mm-hmm.
So school started today for Metro Nashville. Had you guys already started school in y'all district, or did it start today, or did it start last week?
You know what? I've seen school buses, so it must have already started.
Okay, so yeah, school's back. So
Yep.
This weekend I spent it, man, I was on the grill Saturday, then I just kind of relaxed on Sunday. So going through finding these stories, man, I can't wait to get this show going, dude. These folks out here mentally losing their mind.
Yeah.
So, y'all, we got a lot to cover today. But y'all know, before we even, first and foremost, man, if y'all watching, I'm not on Bigo today. I am on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and you are on
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yes. So if you guys are watching from any of those platforms, if y'all could do us a huge favor, if y'all could share the live, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Well, y'all know how we do, man. Before we really, really get off into these stories, me and Sky both like music, so we're gonna go ahead and play some music, and then we'll be right back with y'all, man. Y'all rocking with us on the Nashville Caveman podcast.
Absolutely.
Hey, oh, daddy, like that. Collateral damage, baby.
Candlelight, your favorite wine, slow jams, a perfect time, sharing passion, lots of affection, real love, a sacred weapon, my perfect angel, sent from heaven, a special gift, my perfect present, your soft lips, kissing minds. The mood is set for the right time. Me and you together, oh what a pleasure. Hours of love. Paper on your see-through. I just wanna treat you. Hours of love. Me and you together, oh what a pleasure. Hours of love. I just wanna treat you. Nobody to body. We were together as one. Tied up in love. Oh, what joyful fun. Caressing all on you, caressing all on you, finessing all on you, sending my blessings all through you. And I can't get enough of this rush in the hours of love. Me and you together, oh what a pleasure. The hours of love. Baby, put on your see-through. I just wanna treat you. The hours of love. Me and you together, oh what a pleasure. The hours of love. Baby, put on your see-through. I just wanna treat you. Make love all night long, and on and on and on and on. Baby, let's make love all night long. On and on, 'cause this is the hours of love. Together, oh what a pleasure. The hours of love. They put on the see-through, 'cause I just wanna treat you. The hours of love. Me and you together, oh what a pleasure. The hours of love. They put on the see-through, 'cause I just wanna treat you.
All right, y'all, man, we back. We are back with a whole lot to cover. So, buckle up, y'all. We gonna start the show off with the first story, right? Where this woman is at this buffet, and let me show y'all what she does. Not a good week for black folks, I'm telling you.
No, that's too hot. Too spicy. I don't think I want any of this.
So I'm gonna move this over just in case y'all didn't catch that. There we go. So here we go again. So there it is, man. You got some of our folks going right to the buffet, eating right off the buffet station with their spoons.
My thing is, Damo, who always recording this? Who's always right at the right moment recording these things? Some of these things I believe is staged, like a production. Like she's saying, I'm going to do this, record. Because if I'm in line with her, I don't know she's about to do it. So how do I know to have my TikTok live on? And even if I don't have my TikTok live on, who goes to a buffet to record anything? You go to eat. You don't go to sit there with your phone and say, oh, look at all these people at the buffet, right? So you have the person that's recording it. I'm just trying to figure out what, thank them they're recording it. I mean, you wouldn't have a show, right? But I'm just saying, just in reality, who records stuff like this? Two, I would be disgusted that this woman is even doing that. Like, why would you sit there and taste it? Because I don't know where your mouth has been. I don't know if you have a cold, if you have the flu, if you have COVID. Like, I don't know what you have. You just stuck it back in there, and then you have contaminated all of it. Every bit of it. So everybody behind her, not in front of her, but behind her, should have stopped and said, hey, we need a manager. This is what this woman has done. Y'all need to take all this out and bring some, which it still don't matter because hey, you don't even know what the employees are back there doing. They could be scratching their butt, and so you really never know. Yeah. But I'd rather eat and not know than to sit there and watch this woman and know. That's the difference. I've seen it with my own two eyes. What I can't see with my own two eyes, fine. God protects me from things seen and unseen. But I seen this, so I don't need God's help on this one. I seen this, and she's doing this to do what? So she can eat for free. So yeah, they should ban her. But out of that, they should call the police because, again, she might not know she has hepatitis. She might not know she has the flu. She might not know she has COVID. She might not know she has pneumonia. So now you're getting other people sick whose immune system can't tolerate what you have, and you might not even know you have it. But then if you knew you have it, right, then that's a criminal act. So I'm not understanding why she thought that was cool to do that. Now, she got one of those little small spoons, like you have samples, and ate it and then threw the spoon away, fine. But she took the actual, what's it called, a ladle, whatever it's called, a big spoon.
The ladles, yeah.
Yeah, and then stuck it back in there? No, yeah. Manager and police should have to be called.
Man, I know, you know what? I'm in agreement with you. It had to be staged. You know why I think it had to be staged? Because nobody jumped on it. Ain't no way it's a line full of people and she do something like that, even if you had already got your food, right?
Right.
If you see somebody do that, man, ain't no way nobody jumped on her. Nobody jumped on her or cussed her out. Yeah, you're right. The more I think about that, Sky, you're absolutely right. That probably possibly is staged. But this one,
and then, even if it's staged, why put it online?
Man, because people are idiots. People are idiots. And this next story going to show y'all just how dumb people are, man. There we go. Well, we're going to probably talk about that all show. And the problem is, it's just like a lot of stupid people in the world. And this dude, what he did was absolutely the stupidest. Without further ado.
A black Popeyes employee in Louisiana was fired and could face a lawsuit after he farted on raw chicken and served it to customers. The incident started when the employee posted a disturbing video online. In the video, he walked into the restaurant's raw chicken storage area, opened a package of uncooked chicken, sat on it, and farted on the food. After that, he appeared to take the same chicken, cook it in the fryer, and serve it to customers. A few days later, some customers discovered the video online. When they watched it carefully, they realized the employee in the video was the same person who had prepared their meals at the restaurant that day. The customers said they immediately felt disgusted and sick after realizing they might have eaten the chicken shown in the video. They brought the evidence to the restaurant and contacted Popeyes corporate, demanding compensation and an investigation. Popeyes fired the employee and hired lawyers to take legal action against him. After the video went viral, many people said this was exactly why they avoid fast food, because customers never know what happens in the kitchen before their food is served. Others said anyone who intentionally does something like this should face serious consequences. What do you think?
To say the least, face consequences. Man, that's an understatement. Face consequences? We're going to look for this food.
This is absolutely crazy, Davo. Because what's wrong with people, right? First of all, now this had nothing to do with an outside person filming. This was this guy on his own phone. First of all, if you're on the news, most people on the news don't say fart; they say pass gas. So whoever this person was probably one of the few people that ate that chicken. That's why she said farted. I've never heard them say fart on the news. They would say break lead or pass gas. You know what I'm saying? She just said farted. You know what I'm saying? So why did he do that? Maybe is he mad at Popeyes? And if you're mad at Popeyes, then just leave, walk away. Why are you trying to do something that's going to hurt Popeyes chicken, right? Which is going to hurt the other employees.
I had to hunt him down.
Because what if somebody...
I'd have to
what if somebody got sick?
You hear me?
Yeah. What if somebody got sick and they sued Popeyes and Popeyes had to close down? And what about all the innocent employees who's going to lose their job? But the crazy part is this. In the first video, that food was already cooked. So when she ate it and stuck it back in there, was nothing else you can do. In this one, if he farted on raw chicken and no feces got on it, it's just basically air. Once they cook the food, they killed all the germs and bacteria. So nobody was gonna get sick because that's why you cook food. The first video, the food was already cooked, so there was nothing else you could do with it.
You know what I would like to know, you just said something that was interesting. Mm-hmm. I would like to know that you know, when you talk about like the food, I would love to know what, you know, man, what they was thinking, what is going through their mind in both of these stories. Mm-hmm. And I want to know if he even pulled his pants down. See, the story didn't even tell that. Did he drop his drawers when he farted on it? Or did he just stand over?
Well, it looked like he still had his pants on. It looked like he still had his pants on.
Yeah, in the story, because of course they can't really, you know.
Yeah,
somebody kind of clipped that together with other clips. And what he is also, so I don't know, man. I think I'd just be pissed off either way. Either way. Either one of them stories. Yeah. Whether you eating and you know, with the spoon that we all scoop our food with, and you put that in your mouth, or you stand over some chicken or any kind of food and do anything like that, pass gas, burp, you know, any of that. Man, ain't no way I would have went there and just called the police. It would have been a fight. It's been pots, pans, chicken grease, and chicken flying. It would have been a whole lot going on. I don't know if I would have just called
the police. Nobody knew until he posted it.
And that's no other employees around. Why did you post it?
That's the part that was getting me. If you was just trying to do something nasty, hey Shay, if you was just trying to do something nasty and get away with it, that's fine. But why would you post it?
Yeah.
You trying to hurt Popeyes, right? He's not trying to hurt himself. He's trying to hurt Popeyes. He wanted somebody to see that, sue Popeyes, and put at least that one out of business.
And what is it with all these chicken spots, man, that we can't control ourselves? Last week we was talking about, or last month, probably the month before that, we were talking about a whole crew got fired from Chick-fil-A from doing that little dance where they bouncing on, they breast bounce. And the dude that started it, he a dude. They don't even have no breasts. You know what I'm saying? And he's the one that started the whole thing. I'm like, damn, what's wrong with us in these chicken places, man?
It's the environment and the people that they're hiring. And not only the employees, but the supervisors above them. They all have that same environment mentality. That's all. And there's some black people that work at Chick-fil-A, but you're not going to go to Chick-fil-A and see that.
They making Chick-fil-A, they making them hood too. It's just a matter of time. Some of them are hood.
Really? Well, the one here, man, it's...
Oh, no, these are nice here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They ain't with that here. In other places, I tell you, it's probably even worse.
But even if
that's diabolical,
man, Damo, it's still bad because what about the Popeyes everywhere else? If I live in Tennessee, and let's say that happened in Louisiana, I don't want to go to Tennessee, right? So all you do is you try to tank, so now their sales are going to go down because now they're thinking if this one is doing it, how many other people are doing it?
It happened with Dunkin' Donuts.
Yep.
Way back in the day, somebody peed in that pot of dough, and word got out. It got on the news, and that was it. They sat there.
People are mad at the world, and they taking it out on the wrong folks. Dunkin' Donuts, Popeyes ain't done nothing to you. Actually, they did. They gave you a job. They gave you a way to make a little money. But you were so mad at your miserable life, you're taking it out on the corporation and the other employees. Because again, if they get sued or people quit coming, they're going to lay folks off. Now you have an innocent person who just want to come and serve chicken, make money, lose their livelihood because you're upset about God knows what. You know what I'm saying?
You know the crazy
lady in the first one was just trifling. That was just trifling. This is honoring. If y'all want to know the difference, the lady was trifling. This is honoring. So I just want y'all to know the difference between the two.
Man. Mm-hmm. You're right. Because Sky, it was years. When that incident I heard about that, it had been over 20 plus years. It wasn't until, my daughter was working there that I had even had Dunkin' Donuts again. Prior to that, I had never been back to Dunkin's ever again after hearing that story. So you're right. That stuff do affect you.
Yeah.
And this next story, watch this guy, because we ain't done yet. We ain't just done at the restaurants. Look at that. As customers or employees. Oh, we not done there. Grocery stores, you guys are not exempt. Y'all not exempt.
Feels so good. God damn!
A black couple entered a supermarket meat cooler to escape extreme heat, but their actions later sparked a food safety controversy. According to reports, the couple did not have air conditioning at home and struggled to cope with the high temperatures, so they went to a supermarket looking for a way to cool down. Surveillance footage showed the couple, wearing t-shirts and shorts, entering the meat storage area and lying inside the refrigerated section where meat products were stored. Witnesses said the couple remained inside the cooler for a period of time and even engaged in some actions that caused further controversy. After
No.
After they felt cool enough, they left the supermarket. However, after the video spread online, some customers discovered that the meat they had purchased that day came from the same refrigerated area. Many consumers said they had already bought, cooked, and eaten the meat before seeing the video, leaving them feeling uncomfortable and concerned. They demanded compensation from the supermarket. To prevent further impact, the supermarket later contacted affected customers and provided compensation. It also replaced the refrigeration equipment and removed the remaining products. The supermarket is now planning to take legal action against the couple, seeking compensation for customer claims, product losses, and the costs of replacing the equipment. In extreme heat, there are safer and more appropriate ways to cool down instead of creating risks for other people's food safety.
Man. What's up, David? How you doing? Again, who filmed it? Was it one of their friends that filmed this? And if they filmed it, why did they put it online? That's what I'm not understanding. And see, they're going to make it hard for the rest of us. Because, a lot of places you go to, let's just say you walk into Firestone. If you're not there to get your car service, you got to go. You can't just linger. Places like Kroger's and Walmart, those are places I don't even have to go shop. If I just want to just get my steps in, if I just want to just hang out, I can just walk around. And that's the aura of Walmart. You can just walk around without buying anything, window shop. They're going to start cutting that stuff out. I will be surprised if they're only going to allow a limited amount of people in these stores per hour. You're going to have to draw a number, sit in your car, and have your number called to just go into Walmart, because the people that are loitering and just walking around casually, this is what they're doing. Like, I thought before you said the story, Damo, they went, it's like a freezer. They laid on, first of all, they were skinny enough to lay on the meat. Now, luckily the meats are packaged, so their body and filth never touched the meat. And again, even if it did, once you cook the meat, you don't got nothing to worry about. That's why you cook food. But it's just the principle. You laid on food that people are about to eat, and then your friend, whoever did this, posted it thinking that it was cute. That's the part I'm having, not the skin color, Damo, not because every show is black. It's up here. Why do you think that's cute to do that? What mental capacity? And a lot of people will say, well, single mom homes, no fathers in the home. True, not true, whatever. It's still up here. Like, people get big here, but they never grow up here. Why would you think that's something cute? Because you wouldn't want nobody laying in your food before you bought it, Damo. Not you, I'm just saying it, Jim.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
An employee might have seen them, but you know how employees are. Especially if it was me, I'd be like, look, hey, it's above my pay grade. If I'm not a manager or supervisor, I really keep, go to do what I gotta do. So, but I can understand depending on who they were that saw it.
You know what? I wouldn't even be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if, man, they banned them from the store. Fair.
Think about that, Damo. You get banned for stealing. Sorry. You get banned for stealing. Then you get banned for sleeping on meat. I mean, just laying on meat. What is wrong with people in general? Folks are going crazy in this world.
All three of them, and sitting back thinking about them stories, then you wonder why, man, a lot of other cultures don't want us around. Like, this kind of behavior kind of ticked me off, because me and Sky, we talked about this before. Man, people like you and I, when we go out, man, we gotta, we grouped in with that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks, David.
Oh, yeah.
We grouped in with it.
True. And ain't nothing we can do about it, because we're always going to have a certain part of our culture or any culture that's going to make the rest of them look bad. 5% of anybody's ethnicity is going to make the other 95% look bad.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Faith. But you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if an employee was the one recording it. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be shocked if it was an employee recording.
Right. Yeah. And that's just, but again, without people recording me, you wouldn't have a show. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if you're going to do your dirt, do it. Don't be posting. It makes, it's like these folks is doing the chime scam and all this old other stuff. If you're going to do it. But don't be going online showing everybody how you doing it. Because you do know, what's up, Chuck? You do know that everything we're doing is being policed. You know what I'm saying? It's like folks is talking about, man, I got all this money. The IRS is listening too, right? I just don't understand what people want. A God complex. People want to be worshipped. That's why they do some of the things that they do. And being worshipped sometimes gets you in trouble.
Yeah. All right, we got two more. I'm gonna get into this one story where Stephen A. apologized to Kyrie Irving. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And we got two more stories to talk about, but we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. get into some music. When we get back, we got to talk about this apology, man, and probably the whole C19, Dr. Fauci, man, sitting on Capitol Hill, bleeding the bit over 100 times. We're going to just talk about that when we get back. So if y'all can share it live, we'll be right back. We're going to go into some music. Stay tuned.
I'm about to stray. We can take a moment, line up my phone the corner now, cause I'm about to stray. This ain't my swag, it's out of the southern Arizona. Stay home, on the job, diesel man, elder god type, this, that. Melanated, nitrous oxide override. This is my confession, chillin' in my aggression, stepping, coming in from the cold. I be thinking some of you niggas project instead of me telling me slick shit. Thinking I'm getting too old for rap, but I'm the real. I'm stepping up off the porch and letting these niggas know my heart is now still. I've been around, you can just ask my bro. First things first, I'm calling up on my God, I'm calling up on my squad when the ancestor flow. Coming up out the act and running it back and running the gun in the back of what these niggas be thinking they know. I'm about to stray. We can take a moment, line up my phone the corner now, cause I'm about to stray. They say my swag is hotter than southern Arizona, and I'm about to stray. We can take a moment, line up my phone the corner now, cause I'm about to stray. They say my swag is hotter than southern Arizona. They counted a nigga out from the beginning to this. Fucking around in the game, now I'm winning the shit. Vegan, but I still get to the chicken bitch. You say you want it different, let me just fit some shit. Nobles taking over, old world order, gon' close the front door. I was taught you either in or out of the house. Let me know if you can't do what you told. I'm about to stray. We can take a moment, line up my phone the corner now, cause I'm about to stray. They say my swag is hotter than southern Arizona, and I'm about to stray. We can take a moment, line up my phone the corner now, cause I'm about to stray. They say my swag is hotter than southern Arizona. Let's go dark. I am the dread, I am the boulder, I am the missing disclosure, venomous ogre. I am the pandemic over and over, system overloader. I am the bullet that shot from the holster, soldier, gully, a bully, a dozer. I am the one you despise, I am the one to decide who to subtract, cause I'm the exposer of lies. I am the Malcolm, I am the Martin, coming the version that's hardest. What's it gonna take for niggas to swallow their pride? And I'm about to stray. We can take a moment, line up my phone the corner now, cause I'm about to stray. They say my swag is hotter than southern Arizona, and I'm about to stray. We can take a moment, line up my phone the corner now, cause I'm about to stray. They say my swag is hotter than southern Arizona.
All right, so we back, man. So y'all know Dr. Fauci, man, they even though he was pardoned by Joe Biden, they had him on Capitol Hill. And they were asking him all these questions about COVID, how it started, with some of the things that they had, the policies they had during COVID. Were they, right? Were they correct in those policies? And he didn't answer any questions they had on. Everything was, I plead the fifth. Actually, he said that over 100 times. And so people like that prompted people like Stephen A to come out and start having this discussion. Well, Stephen A, he decides he's going to apologize to Kyrie Irving. So I want y'all to hear the apology, and then we're going to talk about this.
Because I took the vaccine, and I took a booster, and I wore a mask. And we were told, hey, you ain't going to get COVID if you do that. And I got COVID. And damn it almost killed me. Going into 2022, I'm in the hospital 90 minutes before the ball is about to drop. And the doctor says, we've been at this for 3+ weeks. You got double pneumonia. You look really bad. if this antibiotic and this steroid does not work, Mr. Smith, I'm sorry, we're going to have to call your family. Looks that bad, but we should know in 3 hours. And through the grace of God, 3 hours later, I felt better after they gave me that steroid and that antibiotic. But those were the longest 3 hours of my life because I thought it was over. And I remember I had done exactly what Dr. Anthony Fauci was imploring us all to do. And now we fast forward years later, and here it is, the Democratic Socialists of America, seemingly having no connection to an Anthony Fauci. But you know what? You kind of do. Because just like he seemed fixated on taking control and implementing his vision, his belief, his agendas.
So here's what you call it goes on. That part, you don't hear him really get to apologize to Kyrie. But that was part of the apology and the discussion that he was having about it. When I watch videos like that, it just showed me, man, you can have all the book smart in the world, but book smart does not equivalent to common sense. I'm sorry, it just don't. That whole time, I remember that whole thing never made any sense to me. You know, some people was, they was cutting off family members and friends, if you remember. I know somebody, and I think we all do know somebody who got it, recovered, went and got a shot, went and got a booster shot, got it again, went and got another booster and got it again, and then all the while was telling you, you need to take the shot so we all be safe. You know what that's like? That's like we about to get busy, right? Me and my old lady about to get busy. But I tell this dude over here, hey, I need you to put this condom on for my protection. How dumb is that? And it don't surprise me, you know what I'm saying? You know, when they talk about social distancing, how can you be social and distant? Think about the wording. Even the wording was stupid. 6 feet apart, as if when somebody sneezes, it ain't gonna go further than 6 feet. How they measure? And we just doing what they say. But it didn't shock me, man. It didn't shock me. Because all that did, it just showed me how dumb society is. Because now we got people getting caught in cars without drivers. Am I shocked by that? No. You know what I'm saying? That whole experience showed us how man.
Yeah.
And then you can't even sue them.
It's hard to sue the federal government. You better have some big money to sue the federal government.
When that took place, they wrote a bill out to protect him. So if you have anything physically going with you, even if he had admitted during that hearing, if he had admitted to wrongdoing, guess what? You still couldn't arrest him.
He got almost what we call diplomatic immunity, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what he got.
For me, Damo, it's just money over common sense, right? Kyrie took common sense over the money. He lost maybe $100 million or something. Not lost it as if it was in his bank account. They took it. He wasn't able to earn that extra $100 million.
Well, actually, he did, because his sponsors and stuff started dropping him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Oh, and then Stephen A. said, "You know what? I'm more with the sponsors and the money." Well, here we are 6 years later. Stephen A., you almost died. None of that money could save you. None of those sponsors could save you. The doctor couldn't save you. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to say, thank God? Well, where was you at in 2020 talking about, I would trust God before I trust my money. You trusted your money first, and then when you about to leave this earth, you trusted God. Kyrie put God first and said, I'm not worried about money because he probably already had plenty of it. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that's just the wealth and the elite. What about us regular people, right? Common sense should tell you, like me, I've never taken the flu shot. I probably had the flu, a mild version of it, but I've never taken it. For what? If you take care of yourself, your body is built to fight off whatever comes into this world. Some people win, some people lose. So I never understood about taking the shot or the booster or anything else that they're going to inject in your body for your body. So if you get the real one, you can defeat it. Correct. But what if it's a different strand of the flu, a different strand of the COVID? Now, when you kept saying your friend kept getting it back, taking the boost, he could have been getting different strands of the COVID. That's why when he took the boost and the shot, it helped from one strand A. But what about B, C, D, E, all the way down? Because these are living organisms just like us. They evolve. Every time man comes up with a shot like polio and measles, they're never going to go away. They're going to evolve and come back. And then you got to come up with another shot for the day. That's all that's happening on this earth. So no, I do believe Stephen A. Smith owed not only Kyrie an apology, but anybody else he talked to. Because he talked to his other coworkers at ESPN. He probably talked to his family members, his friends, talking about, y'all don't be around me, y'all ain't taking a shot, y'all being selfish, da-da-da. No, they're protecting their health because we didn't know what was in the shot. I know I didn't know, so that's why I didn't take it. And even my job would have asked me, and I was working in one of them piss poor jobs. Hell, I was just cleaning the building. I could have lost that $10 an hour, and hell, went out here and sold weed and made $10 an hour. You know what I'm saying? But if my little $10 an hour job would have said, "Hey, if you don't take the shot, you're fired," I'd be like, "Hey, I'm gone." So kudos to those who gave up sponsors and millions of dollars to protect their health. Because that's why your boy left Power, or was it Power? What was he on? Red Man. Was it Power that he was on with Method Man?
I think it was.
No, it wasn't Power. It was it might have been, yeah, it might have been. That's why he got kicked off of Power, because he wouldn't take the shot.
And I think this is the part I think that go over people's head and they forget. They were telling people back then that it was a preventative measure. Mm-hmm. That if you took the shot, you wouldn't get COVID again. That's where the issue came in at. Right. Because the people was taking them shots, was getting it over and over, and then there were people who didn't have it at all. Yeah. There were people who didn't have it and then turned around, got the shot, then turned around and caught it.
True. Absolutely. Some doctors were telling their patients, we have more people in here from the folks taking the shots than we do from people that's just actually catching COVID. So there were more people in the hospital sick from the shot and the boosters than it was from people actually just catching COVID, going home and resting for the 14 days.
Yeah, it's diabolical.
Because I just, and then like you said, how do you do social distancing when it's what? Is it 7 billion people on this planet? 8? Hell, I lost count. How do you do that?
How do you social distance and you at home with your whole family?
There you go.
And so then somebody go to Home Depot to come back to give it to the rest of the family. Because remember, y'all social distancing. All under one roof together.
Yeah. And I'm just, because when I was growing up, what they tried to do was, if one child went to school and got sick, they'd rather just everybody get sick at the same time in the household, get it over with, and go on about your business. That's just how everybody built up immunity. Nobody was taking shots back then. But now all of a sudden they want you taking shots, and we don't know. And I blame Dr. Is his name Fauci for everything? No. Yeah, because he has a boss above him. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to crank out this damn thing so fast. I'm thinking, do y'all know for most vaccines, or let's just say Ozempic, you know how long they've been testing Ozempic? Probably up to 10 years before they even put it on the market. Y'all are trying to come out with a vaccine for COVID in a year? Like, come on now. Hell no. I'd rather eat the donut that had listen, Damo, I'd rather eat the donut that had the piss in it from Dunkin' Donuts before you shoot me up with something with this needle. That makes no sense.
don't know, Scott. That's good.
Because damn, man, because you didn't have a case study. You never tested people with this COVID shot. So some people whose immune system could have beaten COVID on its own, you destroyed it by giving them the shot and the booster. Because your girl got sick too. Kamala Harris, or whatever her name is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember she had gotten sick because she took it, the booster, twice. Because they wanted you to take the shot and then take 2 boosters. And she ended up getting sick. Kamala, that's her name. I'm sorry, y'all. Kamala. Yeah, she ended up. So yeah, I'm just thinking, why would you?
What did you call her? What did you call her the first time?
I called her Kamala. I don't know if it was Kamala. But yeah, she ended up saying that she had gotten kind of sick from taking those boosters, and I was like, yeah, because you don't know what's in it.
Man, I can't. Can you remember the last time that the government gave us something for free that was good for us?
No. Well, maybe government cheese, but after that, no.
It ain't good for you. That's
It'll make you constipated.
You needed a steak knife to cut that cheese.
Man, what you said. But it made some of the best grilled cheese sandwiches, though. That's
about it. Took that cheese about 2.5 weeks to come out.
Absolutely. But for me, I hope it's just a learning lesson. Because something else is coming. Super COVID-19, whatever is coming by 2030. Now, this is a way of people saying, you know what, we learned from COVID not to panic, not to just take any type of shots when the next pandemic comes, because another one is coming. So all the things that we're doing is just learning lessons for the next generation. Don't be so intrigued to just go out here and have stuff injected in your body that you don't know what's in it, and don't have nobody force you, family, friends, your job, nothing like that, because it ain't worth it.
Man, what killed me, what took me out, is why people were concerned about it in the first place. I mean, let's be honest, man. We live in one of the most unhealthiest countries in the world.
Right.
We live in one of the most obese countries in the world. So all of a sudden we worried about COVID. So screw, heart disease and diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol and all this other stuff that we got going on, right? Screw all that. We concerned with this. And then you think about it. The medicines like insulin, them blood pressure medicines, that's a lot of that stuff literally save lives. And it costs an arm and a leg. So it didn't wind y'all clocks to get y'all to thinking that why is this free? Why are they offering strip dances? Remember we was talking about that? They was offering champagne bottles and limo rides and lap dances and all kind of stuff. When have they ever offered a black man or anybody a lap dance? when it got that serious?
Yeah, well, like you said, common sense, right? The people ain't thinking like that. Folks are sheep. If this part of the sheep is doing it, the rest of them gonna do it. A lot of people are not leaders; they're followers. And so if everybody's doing it, how they used to say, if somebody jumps off a bridge with you, I believe a lot of people would now. If they told you jumping off the bridge would get you out of COVID, which you would because you'd be dead, people would do it. Nobody's thinking twice before they act.
Man, that time showed me just how much the lack of common sense there was. And to what I'm saying now. When I see these Wago cars going by me with no driver and passengers, it makes a world of sense. Because I don't care. I'm never getting in the car with no driver. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be mad when I see it because I'm like, damn, have they dumbed us down that much? It won't be long before we walking pets. We walking collars with no pets. Won't be long. You're going to see people out there with a damn collar and ain't no pet on it.
It's true. They are trying to, because robots are easier to control and manipulate than humans. I just believe
I don't know about that. I thought so.
Some humans are just whatever. But if I can create a car or a robot or whatever and program it to do what I want it to do, to me, that's much easier than trying to convince somebody to do what I want them to do. Because when humans, we have free will. So some people will say yes, some people will say no. But this robot is going to say whatever I want it to say. This driving car is going to go wherever I want it to go, right? And driving cars by themselves is just now to the public. They probably been having these cars for years. You know, the government tests all this stuff before they do it. So I don't know what they're going to do with cars to drive themselves. Does that mean they're going to get rid of tags, licenses, driver's license? Because if all the cars drive themselves, then when you turn 16, who needs to go get a permit if you can get in your car?
You know they doing that
change.
Right. And you know they doing that with trucks. The drivers, they got driverless trucks on the road.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, that seems dangerous. Now that scares me more.
You know the funny part? All this stuff come out of the trashy state of California. Remember this Tech Valley, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So if you get a robot and it took your job, blame California.
Mm-hmm.
Blame California. Because that's Tech Valley. You know? All this craziness, man, these restaurant jobs and stuff like that, all them ideas come from California. Waco, the driverless car, California. That company based out of Cali. So all this weird shit that we getting ready to see, it's all California. So I always say, if you want to know what's getting ready to happen, pay attention to the politics and what's going on in California to let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of California, did y'all know that gas is almost $7 a gallon in California? Well, this brother was not happy with that at all.
This has to be fucking illegal, California. I don't give a fuck with nobody. This is not legal. Somebody gotta look this fucking shit up. This fucking greedy ass shit. What the fuck is this? You gotta be fucking lying. That's almost $7 for a gallon of gas. Suck my fucking dick. Are you fucking kidding me? You gotta be joking. How is this fucking legal? Explain it to me. Ain't no way you paying $7 fucking for gas. Hell no. Whoever the fuck we got in office right now, get their fucking ass out. It ain't no way that we paying $7 for a gallon of fucking gas. Suck my whole fucking dick.
Damn. You gotta have
Tell me how you really feel.
Man.
Tell me how you really feel. Jesus. But you know the crazy part is that's if you pay cash. It said debit or credit, it was $6.94. And you know what else is crazy? He's still gonna pay that $6.79, or he won't be getting gas. So to me, thank you. So what was if he was doing it for informational purpose to let me and you that live in Tennessee, that's fine. But if you just doing it to blow off steam, what difference? I tell folks that all the time when you go into a Kroger's or Walmart and steaks are $25, you can look at it all you want. It ain't gonna change. If you want that steak, you gonna pay that $25. If he wants to leave that gas station, he gonna pay the $6.79. So they can suck all they want. It ain't gonna put gas in your car. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, I couldn't imagine paying
absolutely, yeah, I agree 100%.
$7 for a gallon of gas. I mean, when I'm talking about, hey, can you I'm putting 20 on pump 5. That means by the time I get the gas, by the time I get to the next gas station, I'm gonna be ready for some more gas.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can a 10-gallon tank is $70, but most people tanks are $12, $14. So now you kind of might be looking about $80 to fill up.
Man, you better get you a bike. My question is, if the gas is that expensive, How much is the damn rent? Damn. How much is rent?
Yeah, that's true. Did you see the diesel? The diesel was already starting off at like $7. So what about folks driving diesel?
Oh, it was almost $8. It looked like that diesel was almost $8.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you wonder why goods cost so much. Because for them truck drivers in California, when them prices go up, they all get slapped back on the consumer.
Absolutely. You absolutely correct. I was watching a video about barbers and how the barbershops are empty and barbers charging $50 for haircuts and stuff like that. Well, that's a part of it too, because barbers, they don't walk to their shops. They got to drive too. They got to get oil changes. Their clippers and supplies go up, so they have to pass it on to you. So that's just economics 101. But I listened to this guy named Big Ward. I've been listening to him for a while, and he said something to me that I've already known. It don't matter who's in office. First of all, OPEC, OPEC, that's who controls the crude and barrel prices when it comes from overseas over here. The president, Congress, none of them have nothing to do with the price of oil. Nothing. So I don't care if it's a Republican or a Democratic office, it was going to be $6.94, regardless. Until we start drilling more of our own oil, when we have to start paying for the oil overseas, it doesn't matter who's in office. It's going to be that high. So in 4 more years, let's say if it's a Democrat in office, they'll yell at him. In 8 more years, if there's a Republican in office, they'll yell at him. So it's always just passing the blame to folks that has nothing to do with the price of gasoline.
Yeah, you're right. And you was making a point about the barbers, right? A lot of them barbers, like you said, charging $50 for haircuts. I seen a video where a dude charged somebody $300 for a haircut, right? You know?
Damn, what you cutting his dread?
Man, oh no, I was just in awe that he even paid it. I was in awe, you know, and it made me think the reason why they do that is because there used to be a lot of barbers that you could just go to their house, and then they started making these laws and taxing them, and then them barbers kind of vanished away, and so you had to go to a barber shop. But once upon a time, you didn't. Once upon a time, we used to have friends. We had a friend named Spacey that set up in his house, and this dude would cut hair all day and clean up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just a trim and a face-up could be $25-$30. My pops used to charge me like $5 to $10 back in the 80s and 90s for a haircut. And he would trim up my face for about $10. Them days are gone.
Yeah.
Them days are absolutely gone. And they was talking about beauty salons now, charging up to $300 to $500 to get your hair done, to get the wig put on, whatever these ladies are doing. Nail shops, come on now, $60 just to put nails on and all this old stuff. Well, because the cost of everything is going up, and that's the problem.
Yeah, that's diabolical, man.
Yeah, that is, and that's just what we have to look for. In my mind, I'm trying to prepare for 2030, right? We're in 2026. So I'm trying to see because if I know, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to invest in oil. That's common sense. If you have Charles Schwab, Robinhood, Acorn Stash, when you get off this video, you should 50 cents or $1 in BP, share anything that has to do with oil, because we know oil is not going down no time, especially if they're having wars over stuff like that. Yeah, but Mr. Cobb, I'll tell you, boy, them days are gone. $5 haircuts in the late 80s, early 90s. It's over with.
Hell yeah, man.
Even if I went to a coffee shop, it was still $15-$20. Even if I went to it was still $15-$20. And I mean everything. Put the stuff
I
in your
remember one time the barbershop used to be 10.
Yeah, oh yeah, some barbershops. Yeah. So
it was 10, and then if you wanted them to shape this, it was 12.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, another variable with the barbershops that the guy was talking about, in 2026, this is the most era that you've seen so many bald men. Like growing up, we saw bald men, but it wasn't many. Now you see a lot of bald men, so if they bald, they're not going to barbershops. They finna go get their own trims and trim their own bald head, correct? You seeing a lot of young guys growing braids and dreads that they go 6-7 months without getting done. So think about those two clientele that is not going to the barbershop neither. So they're losing the ball men. They're losing the young guys that are growing dreads and braids. And now prices of supplies have gone up. So I guess I can see how barbers are charging, especially if they're in the shop with a booth, $50 a haircut. Because somebody has to pay for it. Somebody has to do
it. Ooh, 50. Woo.
Yeah, and ain't no bald person gonna pay you $50 to shave what's left. Hell, they can do it themselves. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do it. But I didn't think about it. Like, yeah, if you think about it, it sure there's a lot more bald people from 20 to 60. There's a lot of, you're not going to get that clientele. Today, when I was coming up, especially before I got a certain age, my mom wouldn't let me grow dreads and braids. I went and got a haircut. But now these young kids, 15, 16, 17, they got braids, they got dreads. They're not looking to go get no damn haircuts no time soon. So all that is a variable too. And then the price of gas that went up to, especially in California, to $7. Man, that's a lot, Damo.
Hell yeah. I don't even know how they can make a living. There's people here that make $7 an hour, and they charging $7 per gallon? Damn. Imagine that. Hell, we at 4 almost.
You also got to keep in mind about the different services in which they partake in, such as massaging of the scalp, steaming, hot towel, exfoliating. Yeah, oh yeah. If you want all this stuff, that is more money. Yeah, absolutely. But when I was going, that was kind of free. Once he did that, he did the towel or home or did the little brush. Like, he didn't charge extra for all that back then. But now, yeah. I would be surprised if barbers start having subscriptions. Imagine a barber charging you $100 a month for unlimited haircuts and massages and scalping and stuff like that. Imagine that. You pay a subscription to a barbershop.
Business model. That is a brilliant business model.
Yeah,
I actually like that.
30 people to subscribe at $100 a month. It's too much. Mm-hmm.
Even if you did it at 50.
Because I couldn't tell you what barbershop is.
Even if you did it at 50,
I'm sorry, what you
I'm quite sure some people that are pay for that. If it include a hair wash, braid, hair braid, and all that, yeah.
Yeah. Because if you ask me right now what a barbershop was, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I can tell you where a nail salon is, because there's more nail salons than barbershops. So whether you're bald or have hair, you still gonna get your nails done, women. Whether you just as bald as you want to be, or you got hair all the way down your back, you're still gonna get your nails done. So, but as far as barbershops, I couldn't tell you where one is.
Yeah, I don't even know where none is anymore. The one that I knew on Jefferson, I don't even know if it's even open.
You do it. Yeah. Yeah, because I was telling folks, well, then just be a mobile barber, right? Especially if you got a nice one SUV with the 12-volt plug in the back. Have you a chair outside, and when you lift your gate, have them sit up under there so the sun or the rain don't hit them, and cut their and shave their hair. You ain't got to sweep up because it's going to hit the concrete. Mother Nature will blow that away, right? To be a mobile barber, you know what I'm saying? I'll come to your house, or I'll sit outside your house, just bring your child to the curb, and I'll cut it right there. So they don't have to get up because you talking about just $50 for the haircut. We still ain't talking about what's going to cost you in gas to go. And if you have young kids, you got to give them snacks because they ain't going to sit too long. You know what I'm saying? So they eat while they getting the haircut. So all the stuff that builds up, if you can go to them and make it easier for these moms to cut these little boys' hair, I believe you can get $25, $30 to be a mobile per head to be a mobile barber. Or you can do a subscription as a mobile barber, $100 a month. I'll come every 2 weeks. You cut all your kids' heads.
Yeah, family pack. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But that's when we talk about the common sense part. Everybody always want to talk about the problems. Let's start talking about the solutions, because problems are going to always happen. You're going to always have problems. That's why you have entrepreneurs, because we look for the solution, right? Gasoline is high. Well, then guess what? I like to shop at Shell, so that's where my money's at. I'm investing in Shell. I'm investing in oil. That's where my money goes, right? If I was into haircuts and stuff like that, then I'm be like, okay, if all these barbers are charging this, what can I do to charge this and get the clientele? So yes, I would go get me a little small SUV and go, especially in the projects, pass out business cards to all these project folks and say, hey, if you need a haircut, call me. I will come to you and I will cut your child's hair. You ain't even got to go nowhere.
Right. I thought they did. I thought they had mobile barbers because they got mobile auto mechanics. But I wonder. That's a smart idea. Pull up on a party and man, a house and somebody that got a big old gathering. I'm cutting hair.
Oh yeah.
That is a brilliant idea, dude.
Yeah. Let the problem be your solution. And even if you don't know how to cut hair, go to YouTube University, learn how to cut some hair.
That is the number one university. YouTube University is the number one university. You ain't never lied.
Oh yeah.
You want to know anything about anything? You right, Sky. YouTube.
That's right. I mean, even though one of my professions is cutting grass, and I've been cutting grass since '92, right? When Brett Favre got drafted by the Falcons, I've been cutting grass ever since then. Even if you don't know how to cut grass, you go on YouTube and learn how to cut grass, how to weed eat, how to shake the grass, how to trim bushes. And then you go out into these neighborhoods where these folks working 2 and 3 jobs, they ain't got time to cut their grass, trim their bushes, power wash their trash cans. And you just leave them a card and say, hey, if you ever need it, here it is. There you go.
Easy peasy. Man, so do you got next week? We got even more to talk about. Let me tell y'all one of the subjects, and I'm just gonna give y'all this one. I ain't gonna tell y'all the other ones, but this woman was talking about, for all the flack that the Passport brothers get, you never hear about any men coming to America to look for a wife. And I was like, ooh. So I can't wait for y'all to hear, man. This is a young lady, man, that was, that was having this conversation, having this discussion. So I'm intrigued to hear what more she got to say. So that's on one of the things or one of the topics on deck for next week. But I got a lot more crazy stories. Some of this stuff, man, y'all ain't gonna believe it.
But there's a term, Damo, Americanized, and it's a negative term. That's why passport bros in other countries don't come here, because you don't want your women to be Americanized, right? Like the women overseas, when they get here, you don't want them to become Americanized, right? So then I would never come to America to look for an American woman. I mean that would make sense to me. But what did you think about that? I showed you about the lady letting her son go to school in the woman's uniform with the dress. Yes,
I think that's child abuse.
How do you think that child was? 6, 7?
5, 6, 7. In
and so a 5-year-old said, well, Mom, I know we have to wear uniforms, but I don't want to wear pants. I want to wear a dress. Now, I thought when I first saw it, I thought maybe he was like wearing a kilt. You know what I'm saying? Like an Irish kilt or something, Scottish kilt or something. But then I look, I said, no, that is a woman's, a little girl's outfit that they wear for school. Why is this little boy wearing that?
And to me, that's child abuse. Even to be born at that age, and I'm a project kid, right? I'm a project kid, so my experience is way fast forwarded probably than other people. And with that said, the mother, man, should be ashamed of herself. She the one that's feeding that behavior. Because at that age, man, when it comes to that 3-letter word, Most of us are too consumed with video games or toys or sports or some other stuff. We're not thinking about that, right? And so I got questions. Why does this boy want to, wear a dress? Is he not around enough men? Is he around women all day? So much so that he want to be just like mom? Because a lot of the times, that's what what it is. The boy want to be just like mama. He mama cool. Mama all he know. But man,
I heard people blame it on, what do you think? I heard people blame it on liberal white women, which is passing down their idea to liberal black women. What do you think about that? Why they?
I agree. Because it really come down to beliefs. What do you stand for? And I think, man, I think women in general, celebrate that behavior. And then turn around and be like, well, where all the men go? Y'all done turn them into women. Y'all done feminized.
Like our last show. Was that our last show when the little boy was screaming to call him a she and he was upset because the officer kept calling him he?
Yeah.
So it starts there, right there, 5 years old, that little boy wearing a dress, and he will grow up to be that older kid that wants to be called a woman, and he's really a boy.
You know the messed up part about it? The dudes that take on that, right? Wear a dress and, act that way. The women will propel them to succeed even faster than the straight dude. Because they get behind dudes that's like that. Go on your social media platforms and watch the dudes that act like that and watch how many viewers they have. They will literally support the men that act like that. And then get upset because, solid men ain't around really anymore. Or they off the market.
But where do you see this going by 2030 then? We're going to start seeing just a school for pronouns? Because I could see that coming. They're going to just build, how you have private schools, Christian schools, charter schools, magnet schools. They're going to have schools just for pronouns for people, whether you man or woman, and you identify as something else. Will be like an X-Men type school. All the X-Men went to what school? They're going to eventually have that. Because they're going to say these other schools are unsafe for kids at 5 years old.
I think what they're going to do, Side, is they're going to force people to use pronouns. They're going to force people to use the whatever person they address in their pronouns. They're going to push it. It's coming.
Yep. I don't know what the end goal is there, but yeah, I didn't mean to hold you up, damn. I just want to.
No, you want to hold me up. You want to hold me up.
I was like,
that was a great point.
Yeah. Like, why would you even do that? I mean, you're the adult. He would just have to be upset until he turned 18. And when you turn 18 and get out the house, I guess that you on your own. Not at no 5 years old walking around. Because if he gonna wear a skirt, then guess what? He gonna start wearing panties and leggings and pantyhose. and heels. Like, where does it end? Where does it end? Makeup.
The bizarre part of it, Sky, is when we have these discussions, right? Because this kind of intertwines with that. The WNBA, they're having right now discussions about trans women playing in the WNBA. So there are former NBA players that are coming out, notably Enes Kanter and Royce White, who are coming out saying, I identify as a woman and I want to, declare for the WNBA. So the women, fought to get the rights from men, just to have men come in and impede on them same rights. And they invite them. They be like, we're open for all. If you identify as a woman, you can come join us. Okay, then. When that 6'9" bull come down that lane and run your ass over to see if you still want to play with trans men then. All right? Well, you catch that elbow and that little tiny little shiny little nose of yours. Let's see if you still want men to play then. I'm entertained by this stuff.
What do you think the rules and the policy would be, right? Because if you, what we call cross-dressers back then, or trans men, if you still have your penis, you are still a man, right? So what if these men decide to go cut their penises off, get a vagina? Does that make them woman enough to play in the WNBA?
Well, the question is, what is a woman?
That's why I said what I said. If they cut it off, does that make them a woman, even though they were born a man? But as long as they still have their penis, they're not allowed. Like, there you go. Good. What is the definition of a woman first, before you can even talk about what's the definition of a WNBA player?
If you ask me, it's the woman that got the parts to create a baby. Now, not every woman's parts work, but if she got to have the parts, the internal parts, right? That's what makes her a woman.
Right.
I'm sorry, man. You can cut off like that dude to cut his own dick off, right? You can cut it off, burn it, chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Take it back and swing it over the fence. I'm sorry, man. You're still a man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Yeah. And this is why we don't like makeup. This is why we do not like makeup. Fellas, the more makeup she wears, the less attractive she should be. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't no way that I could go to sleep with Beyonce, wake up next to Shabba Ranks. You know what I'm saying? You look like Shabba Ranks in the face. I wouldn't have been with Beyonce. Hell no. No. And they make it where they can mimic these females. But I like this. Because, hey, ladies, if y'all gonna let a trans man, a former male, play in y'all sport, why don't y'all just go and join the NBA? Because it's no longer the WNBA.
I was about to ask you that. What about a trans woman? If she cuts sews up her vagina and add a penis, can she go to the NBA? Or if she cross dresses as a man, can she go into the NBA?
I ain't never gonna do it. You know why I ain't never gonna do it? Because they ain't gonna risk going to a male prison. A male would love, even if he didn't cut it off, he would love to go to a female prison. But ain't no stud going to know. Have you ever had a stud, man, talking about, hey, man, this is my right to go to a man's prison? Have you ever seen it?
No, I've never heard that.
You ain't never gonna hear it either. You ain't never gonna hear it. Because you know what?
Right.
All the dudes gonna be safe. Because, man, every male in that prison gonna be lined up for that stud. And them studs know they can play manly and they grow mustaches and beards all they want. I'm not wishing this upon them, but I'm just saying if they ended up in a man jail, they'd take a man knowing that's a man. You're a woman, you won't stand a chance. You'll never see them in fighting for their rights. Do you ever see them fighting for the rights to play in the NFL?
Right, no, you don't.
Now, we know some studs that used to be good in football, but every time that they used to play football and it was tackling football, what was happening?
Nah, they won't be studs no more. They won't be studs
no more. You be a stud.
What you say, Mike, on the first date go swimming? I never thought about that. There you go. If they don't want to go swimming on the first date, then you know something's wrong, right?
Yeah, but if they cut it off, man, you just, these other measures. I'm going to tell you, man, that whole world scares me. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful I ain't got to worry about it. I'm off the market because, man, when you can scrub a birth certificate And that's in some states they can scrub and change the birth certificate. That's a bit too much.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's
Well,
the world we live in.
By the time they put me in the grave, this world is gonna be
Man.
like whatever y'all see in the movies. It's gonna be, man. This world's gonna go crazy.
We already seen it. We already seen it. You can't take us nowhere around a restaurant. You can't take us. I know. Oh man, boy, we be out of pocket. Farting on chicken, man. That's diabolical. The noise. I got to play this again because the noise almost took me out. This Sky, this almost took me out. I mean, man, I don't even. The person who made this diabolical.
Man.
A black Popeyes employee in Louisiana was fired and could face a lawsuit after he farted on raw chicken and served it to customers. The incident started when the employee posted a disturbing video
online. What if he would have pulled his
pants
down and done it? Right. Well, see, in that video, he has on pants. What if he would have pulled his pants down and had fecal matter hit that raw chicken? Man, that would have been ass. It's not funny. I'm laughing because I'm wondering how, because that was a very small guy. So I'm wondering how long did he hold that forward to the side, or where he wanted to forward on the chicken, or was he just gassy all day? Like, I have no clue.
Could you imagine eating your chicken? You be like, "Mommy, this is a big piece of seasoning salt, ain't it?"
I mean, can you imagine going into Popeyes and hey, when you get your order, hey, did anybody fart on this chicken before I eat it? Like, you get your order, you pay for it, you get it. You know how most people look to make sure they stuff it in the bag. Like, hey, did anybody fart on my chicken before I walk out of here and take it home? Could you imagine people asking that because of this video?
Could you imagine the stuff that we don't know about, the people that did to our food?
Oh, yeah. I can tell y'all shit. My very first job back in 1995 was at McDonald's. It was built into Vanderbilt. Stuff, dropping food, dropping apple pies, picking it back up, sticking it back on the little thing. This was back then when you really couldn't see behind. Now restaurants are made where you can see behind, but where I worked, you couldn't see behind the cashiers because we had the little thing that kept the pre-made stuff that slid down. You remember that thing, they kind of slid down. So you couldn't see what was going on in the back of the kitchen. So now they cook everything fresh, but back in 95 it wasn't fresh. We could cook it, put it in this little container where they kind of slid down and stayed warm. But yeah, all type of stuff was going on back there. Heck yeah.
Man, that is sick, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is some sick stuff, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, football returning.
Yep. I missed the Hall of Fame. Did you watch the Hall of Fame speeches?
No.
I know, but I hated that I missed that, man. That's crazy. But shouts out to Larry Fitzgerald, man. He deserves to be there. Man.
And Roger Craig. Who was one of my first favorite NFL players, man. The great Roger Craig in that high step.
Yes. So congratulations. I forgot who all else was in it, but congratulations to all of them. Oh, yeah, and Drew Brees. Yeah, we knew he was the first ballot. We knew he. Oh, yeah. And I can't believe it's been 5 years already. 5 years already.
Yeah.
God. Think about this. So congratulations to all of them. But yeah, preseason starts this week, right? Starts Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to any Titan preseason games, but that would be the only time the tickets might be cheap enough for you to go. So
yeah, because they ain't gonna be cheap after they get this stadium up. That dome looks nice. Year, right? I ain't gonna lie. Say that again, Scott.
So that's next year, right? That's August 2027.
Yeah.
We say, yeah, Mr. No.
He said bear down.
He's a Chicago. Well, if y'all move Chicago so bad that they talking about moving to Indiana. I mean, when the team don't want to play there, when the fans don't want to be there, huh?
They messed over the money. They messed over the money. They, you know, man, they went over their budget, didn't have the budget to renew a stadium, and the Bears kept telling them that they wanted, you know, that they wanted to negotiate for a new stadium, and the politicians in Chicago taking their dear old time, and now you got the Bears possibly I think it's already set in stone now that they're moving over into Indiana. They're crossing the border like Taco Bell.
You know, and that could be a variable too, but from what I was hearing from a lot of people, that because you know the last few weeks, 9 people had got shot. A week later, 12 people had got shot. That, like LeBron James was saying about Memphis, how he didn't want to come to Memphis to play. I think a lot of the team, because if you're in a city where poverty is running stricken, you can't be a famous football player and expect to feel safe when you leave. You know what I'm saying? So, and then what about the teams that are coming into Chicago? I ain't talking bad about Chicago, Mike, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying this is what the locals are saying, and they can understand why that team wanted to try to go to a safer place. Not a perfect place, but a safer place. So that's why I didn't know if they had officially moved to Indiana or not. If they don't get the crime down, the Bulls might end up leaving if they don't get the crime down in Chicago.
Well, they need to do a better job of managing that money. You know, Sky, and I know we're getting ready to leave, but I want to make this point because I think this is you hit the nail right on the head when you said this. Local politics is so important. It's so important.
I voted.
The state politics matter, but that local, that judge, the councilman, you know, the alderman, all of them matter. The congressmen, they matter. Because when the people start messing up the budget and they mismanage the money, guess what? When they mismanage that money, then you start losing things. Things you used to enjoy, it disappears.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You was correct. You was correct because Chicago to me is a thriving city. I mean, you had the Bears, the Bulls, the White Sox. You had the Chicago Cubs. When you have that many sports teams in one city, it was thriving at one point in time. They didn't have to worry about a lot of crime and but for some reason, and it could be like you saying the local politics. Because I went and voted, last week. If people are not voting for the policies to help keep things like that going, then you're right. It's going to affect everybody, rich, poor, middle class, and then your teams are going to want to leave because the away teams ain't going to want to come to play. Imagine if Kobe was still playing for the Lakers and he's like, I'm not coming to Chicago to play.
Right.
Because your boy's out. John Morant, he's going to play for the Grizzlies no more. He got shipped to the Raptors, right? Where did he go?
No, he got shipped to Portland.
He got shipped to Portland, and his parents and them wanted that for him because he couldn't stay out of trouble. It was just the environment in Memphis. He could not stay out of trouble. So hopefully in Portland, he can calm down and stay out of trouble.
That's even worse. That's just as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Portland, Oregon is just as bad. Portland is horrible.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that because I ain't never been, so I don't know.
Man, yeah. Yeah.
The Chicago Blackhawks, the hockey team.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you Chicago was thriving. You had all these pro teams there, man. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey. At one point in time, Chicago was thriving. I don't know what's going on now. Oh, you forget about the WNBA. You know what? They about the WNBA team.
They do. They got the Chicago. What is it? What is it, Mike? It's the Chicago. It's
Chicago Fire, right? Something like that. The WNBA team, the Chicago Fire, right? Ain't that what they call it?
Because I know Angel Reese just got traded from Chicago to Atlanta. All right. Hey, Sky, you got anything
Chicago
going
Sky.
on?
They're called the Chicago Sky.
Chicago Sky.
Yes. Well, yeah, Amo. So let me give a shout out to everybody who has watched and commented. Give a shout out to Shay Shay. Thank you for commenting, Shay Shay, and listening. David West, shout out to you. Faith, and Mr. Mike Cobb. Don't forget, y'all, this weekend in Illinois, Brookport, Illinois, ICW. But let's not forget, August 30th, 106 South Side Street in Tullahoma, Tennessee, No Limit Pro is having house party. Nothing to see here, house party. You have to be 18 and older to get in. So I will be talking more about that each Tuesday as we get close. So No Limit Pro, 30th, 106 Southside Street in Tullahoma, Tennessee here, house party. Come, have a great time. It's for adults only, no chill. We're gonna have a good time August 30th. So if you want more information, please go to their website or go to their Facebook page and get more information about tickets and everything else you want to know about the show coming up August 30th. Yes, Faith. Yeah, it's Chicago Sky. Yes.
All right, y'all, man. Be here next week. We got more crazy stories to talk about. I wanted to tell y'all, man, thank you guys for being here with us, man. We really appreciate y'all. Just remember, if you woke up on this half of the dirt, you go to bed on this half of the dirt, claim victory over the day. And
That's
also, just remember that the only thing guaranteed in life is death. So the things that are too large for you to handle, give to God. Everything else, man, just remember tomorrow a new day. Man, thank you guys for being here with us. We love y'all, man. Until next Tuesday, we are out.
Bye.
Peace.
Ciao.